today's exciting sprouting video, I'm showing you all on how to do companion planting in raised beds. Let's jump right into this video. Although companion planting is found mostly in the ground, you can do it in raised beds. The main plants you see in companion planting is beans, corn, and squash, because once corn grows tall, it acts like a trellis for the beans to vine up, and the squash grows low, so it traps in humidity and prevents weeds. This same criteria can be achieved in raised beds, but it's narrowed down to only 2 to 3 different crops. Because especially for me, I only like doing 2 crops because I'm able to monitor more the crops and not focus on caring for 3 different crops and making sure everything is well together and making sure that I only get like handfuls of each crop. So for my companion planting this year, they will all be planted in cloth pots raised beds. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of Smart Pots, and they are the ones who provided this amazing Junior Black Smart Pots raised bed for me to grow in. I will be leaving an item link for this particular item from their website down below for you guys to check out, as well as all their media and contact info down below in the description box for you guys to check out. Smart Pots was the very first company to produce high quality cloth pot containers, and I absolutely love them. From everywhere I go, I always recommend Smart Pots because they do have a game changer in the garden, especially if you want to maximize your gardening to only raised bed gardening, or you don't really have good soil in the ground like me. So the plants I'll be choosing for my companion planting this year is blue turmeric as the center point or the main crop. So around the turmeric, I'll be planting 3 different varieties of radish: black Spanish, purple plum, and cherry bell. Cherry bell radish is actually featured in the fall garden collection of Survival Garden Seeds. Survival Garden Seeds is by far one of the best seed companies out there to choose from, because not only do they have great quality and quantity of seeds, but each seed packets have a great amount of seeds. So pretty sure you won't even be using the entire packet in the garden unless you have a huge space. But for me, I probably won't even go through half the packet of this, and I'll be able to save some for the following year. So let's go ahead and bring the camera up closer and let me show you what's the whole idea of companion planting and how I'm going to be planting the blue turmeric as well as the radish. So first things first is the turmeric. Turmeric is going to be the main focal point for this companion planting. As you see, they are still young, tender leaves emerging from the soil. I don't really want to wait until it's really big because I don't want to disturb the root system at all. So I'm planting them young and developing roots and developing foliage, so by the time they grow, I don't have to disturb the root system. So I have 2 pots I started blue turmeric from, so they'll both be planted in the center of this raised bed. So let me go ahead and do that. So now when it comes to planting the radishes, I'm going to be planting it 4 to 5 inches away from the base of the turmeric, so they both don't collide and they both have their space to grow. So I'm going to be getting all 3 varieties and sprinkle them around the base of the turmeric like this and let them do their own thing. I particularly don't thin my radishes out because I tend to see that they do fine either way, but if you want bigger radishes, you do have to thin them out properly. So let me go ahead and go through and plant my circle of radishes. So I planted everything, so a few things I'll be doing to making sure that this companion planting does succeed and I care for them. So I planted everything, so a few things I'll be doing to care for this companion planting and making sure it succeeds is: number 1, everything is well watered. Watering is really important so they don't fight for water or moisture in the root systems. So make sure everything is well watered evenly and that everything gets a good dose of water. Coming at number 2 is staying with a vigilant eye. It's really important to have a vigilant eye because you want to make sure no pest or disease are brewing in your companion planting, because things can get from bad to worse within a few hours because pests and disease tend to spread really quickly. So treat it as early as possible and remove the issue as quickly as you can before it starts spreading. Number 3 is that they're receiving the proper amount of sunlight. Both radishes and turmeric love full sun, so they're in the perfect area. You don't want to plant a plant that is a partial sun and then full sun, or shade and then sun, because that combination won't work. Make sure each plant or each crop you choose all require the same amount of direct sun so they all can grow happily, and making sure that they receive the proper amount of sunlight as well. finally is fertilizing. Although with this crop I won't be fertilizing it because it'll take only like 3 to 4 weeks for it to get ready to harvest. But when it comes to the next crop, when I switch them out, I will fertilize everything so everything can have a good feed and grow well with some fertilizing and some food. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you found this video entertaining and informative. May God bless you and your entire family, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye everyone.